Tiny Steps, Big Achievements, The Power of Incremental Progress. Introduction. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. Walt Disney. Whether you like it or not, you're on your way to retirement, be it good, bad, or ugly. When you get there, you may find yourself in a comfortable situation or struggling to make ends meet. Some of you may have a plan, others not so much. You may be 40 years away or 40 days away. Whatever may be the case, you're on your way. Spoiler alert. This book will not fix your life, nor will it bear the secret to all your hopes and dreams. What we're hoping is that it might help you see the road you're on and help you improve your final destination. This book is all about tiny steps and how each one can have a positive impact on your life. We are all different. I'll remind you of that throughout this book. Although we're all distinct individuals, we do tend to have some shared similarities. That being the case, over the last few years, I've come to the realization that the people I've met seem to fall into three motivational groups. They are toys, money, and time. Just to be clear, these aren't the only things in life that motivate us, but financially speaking, they have the most impact. And since we're dealing with finances, we are going to be using them as our raison d'etre. That said, I don't think that anyone is 100% one type or another. For example, I see myself as 10% toys, 15% money, and 75% time. As we move forward, you need to think about what motivates you. The sooner you figure it out, the more power you will have in making the right choices for improving your retirement plan. Think back to when you were a kid and the choices you made. Then move on to your teens and adulthood. You will see a pattern, I'm sure. Before moving on, I would like to mention that the people, friends, and acquaintances I mention in this book are not actual individuals. Throughout my life, I have questioned and listened to all kinds of people in all kinds of situations and circumstances. In the following pages, I have mashed up these like-minded mavericks into one type or another. For example, my money-motivated character is a medley of individuals, some of which are dead, and a few are in their 70s, and others are as young as 20. That being said, if you still think I'm writing about you specifically, I'm not. If after reading this book you still think I'm writing about you, please Google Carly Simon's song, You're So Vain, and then seek professional help. 1. Toys. This circle's motto is, life is a game, and the one that dies with the most toys wins. This bunch will work and work and work, but it's not for the money. It's for what the money can buy. Trust me, there's a difference. They have the cars, the boats, the TVs, the planes, the games, the tools, etc. This group likes to feel good, and it turns out buying stuff is one way to release the magical feel-good chemical we call dopamine. Often, it's not how much time they have to play with their toys. It's just having them. 2. Money. Group 1's motto is, life is a game, and money. This group's motto, is, life's a game, and money is how we keep score. This crowd will never have enough money. It's not that they make it just to spend it and buy things. I mean, they do spend and buy. But I have found that these money musterers simply enjoy generating revenue. They are driven to work hard and will likely do so until the day they die. On their deathbeds, they'll claim they never worked a day in their lives. Warren Buffett is a great example of this. He's in his 90s, worth well over $100 billion, and still goes to work every day. 3. Time. This collective's motto is, you can always make more money, but you can't make more time. This group likes to make enough money to cover their needs and some occasional wants. Some of those folks will wear a 20-year-old pair of pants if it means not having to work to buy a new pair. Autonomy is their greatest desire. Now, no group is better than the other. Although, although if you heard them talk to each other, you'd think that each one thinks they're better than the next. Money thinks time is lazy. Time thinks toys is flushing money down the toilet. Toys thinks money is a tightwad who hoards their moolah. Money thinks toys' assets are obsolete and are decreasing their net worth. Time thinks money should stop working so hard and enjoy their earnings. And finally, toys thinks time is just a cheapskate and too much of a penny pincher to enjoy the good things in life. As you can see, my three friends don't understand that the other is simply motivated in a different way. As you read this book, you will quickly find out that I identify the most with time. This book will go through how I used my motivation to set myself up for retirement. But I'm also ADHD. Therefore, I have to set myself up with small, quick goals that I can focus on. I also worked my way backwards through my plan. Instead of going from A to Z, as most people tend to do, I went from Z to A. At this point, it might be a good idea to figure out what your motivation style is. I know that my motivator is time, but for a long time, I thought it was money. I would have these great ideas and be totally motivated to do them until I wasn't. Here's a prime example. I have a YouTube channel called NetNimo. Well, you're probably listening to it right now. Years ago, I started making videos, and at one point, I was able to monetize them. It was great. The channel made me enough money to play golf all summer. Then I started focusing on the money the channel was making. All of a sudden, I lost all interest in making videos. As soon as money became the reason for making videos, it felt like work. I wasn't doing it for fun anymore. When I stopped thinking about the channel as a way to make money, the excitement came back. I don't make videos because I'm good at it. I make videos because it's a way for me to be creative and I enjoy my free time. I think this is the main reason I didn't mind working for someone else. A portion of my money I got from work allowed me to pay my bills. The other portion I used to invest and buy my future time. My goal was to invest as much as possible. Therefore, I was buying more time for my future self. Every time I looked at my budget, I would calculate how much time I had banked so far. It was very exciting to see. Now, I want you to really think about what your motivation style is. Once you know, you'll be able to build a better plan. The odds are you will not be 100% of any one style, but you will lean heavier on one or more than the others. It's also important to feel good about your style. If money is your motivator, it doesn't mean you're greedy. If toys, things are your motivator, it doesn't mean you're careless with your money. And if time is your motivator, it doesn't mean you're lazy. Find out what motivates you and accept it. It's important to know what motivates you, not what motivates someone else. Candy Crowley. Join us next week or the next time I post the next chapter of this book. As you can see, I'm just reading it as I read. I'm not editing much because, if I edited stuff, it wouldn't be as fun for me and it wouldn't be as fun for you. All right, that's it. Come back next time there's an episode.